call for Class 15 Berkshires. First call, Class 15 Berkshire to the holding area.
Hello. Good to go. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Coming to you live from the Texas Elite Showcase Saturday morning. Had to think about that for a second. Days are running together after San Antonio, but starting off things with the Berkshire Drive here. We're finishing up the top 5 of the first class of Berkshires. Today we're going to be showing purebred Berkshires, Durocs, and then we're going to finish up with the dark crosses. Got a couple of them parked out here. He's going to fire back up. The girl there in the paisley is going to be Riley Clinard. Then you got the boy, the Ludicky boy, as well as the girl in the turquoise blazer, fighting for your top 3. .468 is her number. Stella Hewitt. Third is going to be Ludicky with a top hand from HF Genetics. We've got our final 2, and he's going to pick them now.
Well, first off, good morning, and it's good to be back here at Texas Elite. And here again, we start off this first class, and I'm getting my money's worth because this class is deep in quality. There was 3 of them I sent back that by any means do I think their slouches are not good enough. You know, I told those 3 individuals where their projects needed to be better. I think these top 4 or 5, even 6, very, very unique in their own kind, in their own right. I thought a very, very captivating class winner in the young lady here right directly in front of me. That thing is beautifully built from the side. She comes with density, comes with extras when we talk feature. Her skeleton to me wins in a smoke, in my opinion, wins in a dominating fashion. How she uses her hind leg, her range and reach. The young lady's done an incredible job when we talk skin and hair, presentation. This particular gilt hasn't missed a step from the word go as that gate opened up. Very, very nice kind of class winner. Some guys are going to maybe say, hey, this one comes with more aggressive shape. I just didn't see her, the way she hinged out of her upper hip, quite as well as our class winner. Probably doesn't come with the feature at the foundation of her skeleton in terms of just front ankle size and foot size. And then as you watch that particular gilt come right at you, she wants to just narrow up just a shot in her knee column. But man, in terms of look, presence, design from the side, muscularity, absolutely on point. Had to get a little more critical on her because I thought we had a darn sure very, very high class kind of class winner. Young man comes out here in third. He does an absolute hammer of a job of getting these things presented. And he knew where his gilt's fault was because he did not want to show me that chest view. But man, that in terms of moderation, stoutness, swoop to her midsection, awesome skull and jawline. I love her length to her side there. I'd put a little height under that particular gilt as well. Lengthen her out in her cannon bone. Didn't come with as much feature at the foundation comparatively, but man, that's still a darn sure nice gilt to be there in 3. Young lady comes with one that, you know, in a barra ring, we can go ahead and probably use this one to win its class. It comes with masculinity and stoutness in terms of just skull shape, big forearm. Comes with big features. I need to see this particular gilt just have more, be just a shot more broader in terms of the lower 1/3 of her body cavity, more swoop to her midsection. She'll just get just a shot more tubular in the middle portion of her body, but man, in terms of stoutness and density, she's got it for sure. Young lady that comes out in 5, kind of same song, different dance, a little more masculine in terms of just skull shape and neck length there, does come with the extra feature. It's when I step in behind this particular gilt, I get a little more concerned in terms of just how she wants to play in her left rear hock. But there again, in terms of stoutness, we can get real excited about. Young man that comes out here in 6 has got another one, real good looking from the side. Got to just make that one blend just a shot better in terms of just her hookups there. She too, as she comes at you, probably just needs to come with more width. We step in behind her. We got to intensify her in terms of leg bone there, but still a good individual. We can start to let these things out. I talked to these kids individually. Like I said, this was a deep class. Young man's gilt's real nice, and I told him, I said, hey, she's just got to be better as she comes right at you. But it's a darn sure a good class, good way to start. Let's put our hands together for those kiddos as they head on out.
All righty. That concludes the first class of Berkshires here. There's going to be 3 classes. Class winner on that one is going to be Stella Hewitt, To the Moon from Sweet Tooth Farms. Second and third are both going to be Berkshires from HF Genetics, a firm that needs no introduction, especially in this breed. Second will be Riley Clinard with a top hand. And then third will be Wyatt Ludicky with another top hand. Those are actually going to be litter mates. So a pair of litter mates make it in the 2 and 3 hole. Top hand bore there at Evan Green, 66 Ventures now, has been tearing it up this year. We've got a couple litters out of those things, like them quite a bit. So this Berkshire division is going to be tough if it continues on like that first class.
How many classes these Berks we have this morning, Matt?
We're going to have three classes.
We got 2 in the holding pens right now. It looks like he's got quite a few pulled back. I guess you just want to call out these, or I'll call the tag numbers, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hear you on here one day. Huh?
Did they recruit you at the end of the hill? Dang, we're getting educated today.
Everybody wants to comment about who's commenting, but nobody wants to sit down in the chair.
Shout out to Mr. Mark Johnson, MJ Livestock.
Alrighty, so they've got, I believe, 12 pinned. They're in the Dead Sea now. Just pinned one more. Gonna have 13 coming back out. Man, that show yesterday was good. I thought the quality was good. I have no idea what the numbers are this year versus, in years past. But I think the top end of everything, and then really just, even middle of the road, the quality was just a lot deeper, I thought.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm kind of excited to see these bigger Berks. I just got here a little late, but this first one coming out already looks dang nice.
You bet. That's going to be Carter Bowen.
First question is Stella Hewitt from Purebred Drive. Second,
Okay, slung her right back.
Carter Bowen. That's going to be a top it off 5th base from Foot.
Trying to catch these numbers for you, Matt. It's a little hard.
Sixth place is Ian Heal from Bandera County 4A, Gilbert E2 Livestock.
Alrighty. 171 as well. 1171. Ansel Hodges with a Wintex 230 from Harridge.
Got 1192 here in the middle of the ring. Young lady in the middle of the ring in the black shirt.
Zaylee Bessler. That one that got pinned back in the first fin from Foot's pretty wild looking. Sharp jawed, big legged, big centered.
I'm a little blind, Matt, but that looks like 690. Young man there in the
Yep.
middle of the ring. This kid looks a little familiar too. That's Braden Forts.
Yeah. Braden will come out. Pin back number 153. That's going to be Coulter Wintersgilt. Big To the Moon from Wintex Farms.
What's the skill Braden's on, Matt?
That's going to be one from us. That's going to be a top hand bad negotiator. So that sow would have raised a champion Berkshire bear at Houston. Grandmother would have had the champion Burkett Austin the year before. Would have made to that one. Was in the first class. Was 7th.
Girl here going toward the outside of the ring. That's Aniston Stivers. That's a pig from M&S.
Okay. Old McKillop.
Oh yeah, that's one we've been doing all right with all season.
Oh yeah, I remember her. Okay, Braden gets thrown back in the 4th pin there. Braden Forts. It's one from Empty Heart, a top hand. Okay, 5th pin. It's gonna be 1049.
It's Pedroza.
Be Pedroza's Guilt. That same one was at San Antonio.
That'd be her. That's the
Reserve Burke at San Antonio. That's a top it off from JDF. Man, Jarrett's had a killer couple of years. Momentum, like just continuously rolling for that guy, that firm, in all breeds. Had an incredible Fort Worth just a couple days ago. Scrolling through the Pork Producers Facebook page, I feel like I see JDF every single day on there.
Looks like we got our top 5 back. He's placing from the bottom up.
Alrighty, 6th place will be 68 Macy. That's a top hand. I believe that's supposed to be from HF. Okay, we've got 7th will be 31 Samantha Hamilton from D2. The Diaz crew at the Papa Top.
Yeah, Selena does a good job over there at that D2 livestock.
ShowPig.com is the title sponsor for the CTBR program. ShowPig.com works endlessly to serve breeders across the nation through innovative online auction and marketing services.
Alrighty, we've got 8th place is 913. That's going to be Wyatt Boyd with an off the chain from Atchison. 9th will be 480, Carolyn Everett. And then 10th will be the young man in the black here. That'll be 490, Elliot Stroman from Canesi, pig from Canesi. You know, if you think about the amount of breeders in this state that just have like at least one Berkshire sow.
Yeah, quite a few, and
then they're all good.
yeah, that's what I was about to
like
say.
Like everyone hits a lick.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Carter's coming out here again with the foot gilt. That's a good-looking, super sound one. That 5th base on the backside. I mean, the top of it off is obviously an incredible boar. He's had an incredible run last year, but 5th base we used a couple of times, and like that head shape and jaw, that's that foot's there. He kind of gives him a wall-walled look and a good back shape up high. Young man here in the pink is going to have the next one. That's 1171 from Heritage. That's a Wintex 230. And then Coulter's Guilt will be shown by the girl in the yellow. That's a To the Moon from Wintex. Braden Force will come out next out of the 4th pin. Braden exhibited the champion light cross yesterday. And then out of the 5th pin is going to be Pedroza. That's going to be the top it off from JDF.
This looks kind of hard. Good thing I'm not doing this because I'd probably mess it up.
Man, I like all of them, but I've got a pair of them that I like a good deal.
Yeah, I'm with you. Looks like Mr. Keplinger's having a hard time as well. I mean, this is fun to look at.
Braden Forts will be 5th. That's a Berkshire from Empty Heart. It'll be a top hand. Compared to these 5, which we've always known that, she's been a little crastier, which is obviously stereotypical of the Berkshires. But after that, the rest of these are pretty sharp-jawed and good-looking. Somebody got a speed clock on that one. Man, I like that one. The one in 4th can be Carter Bowen. That one's not the burliest, not the boldest or widest, like at the ground, but that is a freakishly bendy, incredibly good skeleton. An awesome wild look. It runs uphill in a big cage. But then these other 3 are just bigger legged, stouter everywhere.
Yeah, it looks like Keplinger's having fun.
For sure. All righty. We've got the boy in pink's going to be 3rd. That'll be Ansel.
Drew and Maddie Pedroza will be your class winner.
There we
Turn
go.
this over to
Let's hear it.
Keplinger.
Well, we get in this second class, and maybe a class that presents just a few more challenges, but I'm not going to tell you that, the quality isn't here, because there's quality, there's neat pieces, there's things that you can gravitate to just in this particular class. Maybe not the absolute runaway, but, I still think a high-quality one. Young lady in the Carolina Blue is going to be our class winner. One that is just awesome in terms of just skin and hair texture. Get past all that. I mean, compliments to her on that. Man, that thing is fresh-bodied, awesome swoop to her midsection, got a big, dense rear leg about her.
Well, technical difficulties there.
She's got some density about her rear leg. She's awesome in terms of just where her shoulder blade placement is. If I'm going to get critical on that particular gilt, I'd make her just a shot bigger in her kind, but yet at the same time, I think moving forward in terms of being a show pig generator, I thought she was our nice kind of class winner to go ahead and lead us off. Congratulations to that young lady. I think this one's got some parts and pieces that look expensive in terms of just forearm size, in terms of skull shape. She's just too upright in her shoulder blade placement and can never just give me an absolute consistent view. I thought she opened up just a shot better in terms of just her chest width than the one that goes there in 3, but that's still a unique one to go there in 2nd. Young man that comes out in 3, a little harder to analyze. And, I give all those kids the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes guys will say that almost to my detriment because this thing will give you an awesome look from the side. It's just not as consistent. And then when I start breaking her down in terms of just where her shoulder blade sets relative to her skeleton, I'd elevate her at the point of her shoulder just to give her more of a balanced look from the side. But I still think one that comes with density, comes with comfort level. It's just those two little things that hinder her to allow her to go up any higher. This one from a body composition, a length to height ratio in a breeding gilt scenario allow me to latch onto one in terms of look up front of her blade. You say, why do you beat her? Is when she comes right at you in terms of knee column, and where I get real critical on her is in terms of just where she wants to put her rear feet, in terms of as she goes right towards the surface there. She just wants to plant a shot more narrow in terms of the way she goes right directly away. But the young lady's done an absolutely incredible job in terms of just body composition and style from the side. I thought a Stouty came here in 5 in terms of bulk and dimension and stoutness. She's got to be lengthened out of her cannon bone. She's got to be better in terms of her front knee. And then there again, when we get down to the foundation of her skeleton, she's just got to relax in terms of her rear pastern to allow this particular gilt to go any higher. I talked through to those kids in 6 through 10. I thought they, I told them where their projects need to be better. Good class. Let's put our hands together for those kiddos.
Mr. Murdoch had to go take a bathroom break. Looks like we're on our 3rd and final class of Berkshires, and looking like we got quite a few pulled back.
Yeah, Macarena, we're dismissing our final class. Meantime, I need the top 5, class 15 and 16. Our 2 Berkshire classes that have already been placed by 15 and 16. I need you up to those here. Your top 10 in class 16. Middle-aged
Bear with me trying to get these tag numbers.
Maddie Duroc from Medina County 4-H. Second is the Colter Winner from Lovett County 4-H. Third is the Ansel Hodges.
Young lady in the middle of the ring, be 502. That's Brooklyn Teeters. Top it off, 5th base, raised by Foot Farms. Young man going right here in front of Keplinger, be 619. That'd be Gage Harkey. That's an Otter's Pocket Jet Black, raised by Harkey. Middle of the ring be Gentry Lock. That'd be a To the Moon, top it off, raised by Wintex.
Tenth place is the Elliott Strongman from San Patricio County 4-H for the Young Red Light Community Shelter. Congratulations to our top 10 in our middle-aged class of Berkshire, class 16. Again, if you were first through 10th,
457, that'd be the young man in the middle of the ring. That's a Braden Satterwhite. It's a just a bit outside, top it off, raised by Wintex as well. Looks like Gentry Lock got a pin back. Next out would be Kobe Walker. That's a To the Moon Scouts Honor, raised by Evan Showpigs. Looks like 1127. Racy Pinkston caught a pin back. That's a To the Moon Scouts Honor, raised by Evan Showpigs as well.
1 through 6 in class 15 and 16 Berkshire make their way up to the holding area. We would like to extend our sincerest gratitude to all of our sponsors who donated towards the 2025 Texas Elite Showcase. Without each of our sponsors,
Young lady here in the purple, that'd be 866. That's Isabella Slauson. Mock Speed, good color, raised by Burger Farms.
Gold sponsors, Queen Forcelet, Campbell Farms, and Prime Fortune Beach. Our innovator sponsors are HF Genetics, DL Printing, Seabox.
684 just caught a pin back. That's Emma Perez. That'd be a top hand bulletproof, raised by HF Genetics. Cassidy Hayes.
Cultivator sponsors are Bluff Farms. And our supporter sponsors are Purebred Drive, Bowes Family Farms, and Texas Tech University. Additionally, we would like to thank Burger Farms for their donation and support of setting up all the pins for this year's show. Our exhibitor meals are sponsored by the Pork Checkout. Be sure to check out our exhibitor by security and places all around the bar. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Last one out, young man in the red, in the middle of the ring, be 370. That's Clayton Ellis. That'd be an over-the-top brace yourself, raised by M&S Livestock. That'd be the McKillop crew and Seidenberger crew there. Getting a really good start on these Berkshires, that's for sure. Looks like we got our top end pulled back, and we're going to excuse some of these kids out of the ring. Looks like Schwecke and Kepling are going to work through these together and get this breed drive popped off as well. Again, that's Gentry Lock going through that just ran out. That'd be a To the Moon, top it off, raised by Wintex. And obviously Wintex needs no introduction. Great friend of mine and raises some very, very good show pigs, as you can see here in the ring. This next one out, young lady at the further end of the ring is Racy Pinkston. That's a To the Moon Scouts Honor, raised by Evan Show Pigs. .369, middle of the ring, young lady in the lighter blue shirt. That's Grayson Ellis, over the top, brace yourself, raised by M&S Livestock. Looks like we got our top 5 out here. Never mind, we're pulling out a 6th one. Looks like we're going to pull out 10 and sort back through them. Here comes Kobe Walker. That'd be a To the Moon Scouts Honor, raised by Evan Show Pigs as well. Looks like Brooklyn Teeters just got the 6th hole. That'd be the top it off 5th base, raised by Foot Farms.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Well, Matt, you could have took your time. This is getting pretty tough up here in this heavier weight Berkshires.
Old Schwecky in his church clothes. Good dude.
Racy Pinkston be going back in the 5th hole.
Placed in 5th.
To the Moon Pig, raised by Evans Show Pigs.
What's her name, did you say?
Racy Pinkston.
Okay. 5th from Evans, To the Moon Scouts Honor. Wintech stuff there. To the Moon would have been at Beeman's, yeah?
Yes, sir. That old Evans got a couple in here. That's Kobe Walker with another one there.
Okay. Alrighty, number 31, 317. Gentry Lock, another To the Moon.
Looks like we got our 4th here. That'd be
684. Emma Perez, Top Pan from HF.
Looks like Kobe Walker gets put 3rd.
$11.32. Oh, he's on the next page is why.
Yep.
That one's going to be another To the Moon. Man. 345. To the Moon. Top 2. Gentry Lock, a Wintex Gilt, and then Seidenberger here.
She's subbing for somebody, I believe.
369. Oh, okay. Grayson Ellis with an over the top from M&S. McKillop Pig. One from McKillop, one from Wintex. McKillop just kind of dabbled into starting to raise them a couple years ago. Good buddy of mine, or good buddy of ours, rather.
Yeah, he's real lucky he's got Owen on his side, or I don't know if they'd look this
Didn't
good.
take long to have success. Let's hear what we got to say here.
Well, good class, and a class that comes with, maybe a few more challenges than those classes we had before. And if I got him, I'm going to use him. And I was glad to just kind of discuss this class with Zach there. And it's always fun. That's probably the most fun I have is when I go to shows or pig sales or whatnot. It's just sitting around with guys that I respect just to break down livestock. And like I said, a class that comes with a few more challenges. But still some darn sure good ones out here. Our class winner's the young lady there, and I think, just in terms of, I don't want to say she outlasted the class because obviously she's one that I pinned back twice right away. I think just the use of her hind leg, the bounce off of it, just the flex off of it, where her shoulder blade sits, how she blends and combinates, I think she makes her the green light to go ahead and win this particular class. The young lady on the far side, that one, front 2/3 gets me real excited as she comes right out of the gate in terms of just skull shape, just length of hip design there in terms of one that's, got a big fresh back in her, awesome swoop to her midsection. Get a little more critical on that one in terms of just her rear joints and just how she wants to plant and drive off of those. Doesn't come with as much ease, doesn't come with as much comfort, but still a quality gilt, no doubt, to be there in 2. 1 and 3, kind of pulled in late and kept working her way up. Obviously you guys have seen me judge the last 2 days. Where I'm going to get critical on her is in terms of just her presence and look up front. She's just too jammed up in terms of just her neck length, skull shape. But from there back, you can get real excited just in terms of bulk and density and spread, width in the center portion of her skeleton. And then she's still to be that big-ended, be that square hip, the way she's able to utilize her hind leg, kind of triggers you into, working her way up. But just that position of her look up front allowed me to put her there in 3. Young lady that comes in 4, awesome in terms of just presence and look. We just got to make this one come together, fit more just from a balanced look there from the side in terms of shoulder blade set. And then the biggest thing is comparative to the top 3 there, she came with the most deflation portion in terms of just her center body cavity there. That one to us just wasn't just stout enough, and simply put, in the center portion of her body to go any higher. Young lady that comes here in 5 has got one that you like, and probably more in a bear kind of ring because you love her length to height ratio. Longer the drive goes, she gets tighter off of both ends of her skeleton. She needs to just be lengthened in terms of her neck length there, needs to be better in terms of her crest of her neck, and then the longer the drive goes, she just needs to plant and drive with more comfort off of her rear too. Young lady that comes out next, and I let this one stay around because I do like them when they're built like this. I told Zach, I said, man, her comfort level, you just absolutely love about her. I think it's flawless from that aspect. I think her range and reach and her ability to just plant and drive is second to none. You say, why put her down this low? She's too easy in her top line. She's not right in terms of just her length of body. And then you get up on top of her. She's the most disappointing in terms of just spread and width and just shape to her loin edge of the top 6 or 7. But still, in terms of a skeletal aspect, you can get real excited about. The young lady that comes out here next has got one that's probably better in terms of her length of body. I didn't see her comfort level. I didn't see her squareness in terms of just chest, knee to ground being quite as good. She's just got to fit and go better in terms of how she wants to accommodate in terms of her ham-loin junction, blade to necktie as well. But, man, the young lady's done an incredible job in terms of just getting that one's body condition exactly where it needs to be. I talked to the kiddos in 8, 9, and 10 there, told them where their projects needed to be better. Fun class to analyze. Let's put our hands together for those kiddos.
All righty. Next in is going to be the Berkshire Drive. 3 class winners coming back out. Had the loud marked one out of the first class.
I think they're going to have some fun here, Matt. I don't think it's going to be as fast as we think it's going to be on him choosing his champion.
Second class there is going to be Pedroza.
What is this Class 1 gilt again, Matt?
Class 1.
You remember that?
Yep. Class 15 is going to be a To the Moon. Pedroza's is going to be a Top It Off. And then Gentry's is going to be another To the Moon from Wintex. So a pair of To the Moons in here, a Top It Off in the center.
That is one cool thing about this show being right now, and these peers, all of us are getting ready to breed. We get to see these boars on the, obviously the ones that are working out here in the ring.
If you're first through 6 in any of the rest of the classes, you should be up here.
A little cussing and discussing.
Yeah, as said, I didn't think this was going to be easy, and
Well, I mean, obviously they're all good. They're all class winners at a major gilt show, but you know, obviously there's a few similar things, but you know, they're actually quite a bit different, and I think that's what makes it the most tough is kind of where you land your priorities. You know, obviously I think flexibility and skeleton is similar in all of them. You know, they're all built the right way, but the obvious thing, obviously different stages of life and maturity, but you really do have 3 different kind of just different kinds out here.
Here we go. We're going to turn it over to Mr. Keplinger.
Well, first off, let's put our hands together this morning for your champion Berkshire Drive. They've been good, they've been deep, and it'll be interesting how many we go ahead and select to put in the sale. But obviously, these three young ladies, need to be commended, and the breeders behind them, because these things are awfully, awfully unique. And just to take a few moments to describe them, we talked that heavyweight gilt and came out of a class that came with some challenges. As you get her back out here, I mean, absolutely remarkable in terms of just her ability to be that big, that stout, to be able to use her hind leg, very, very good. You like that about her. At times, when you questioned her in that class, was she is just burly and stout at the foundation of her skeleton, just in terms of bone and foot size. You'd maybe just, in a perfect world, make her just a shot stouter in terms of her rear leg bone. But man, that thing's darn sure capable of going ahead and cranking them out. Being a long-term sow prospect, to me, looks like in the future. Talk that middleweight, and she comes out and probably hits me as hard as she did, if not harder, in class. And discussing her there with Zach, he said, man, that middleweight's awfully good too. And I said, man, in class I kind of got on her just a little bit in terms of just her height perspective, just make her just a shot bigger in her kind. But man, to be that kind of power packed in terms of moderation, and to still be comfortable. She hasn't missed a step out here. It's almost like she's been able to sustain the drive as good as any of them as she comes back in the ring. I don't care if she's a barra, boar, gilt, what have you. That's good livestock. She's square built, she's moderate, she's sound, she's comfortable, comes with density and stoutness. And then to talk that lightweight, as she comes out, in class, I was real excited about that one. I thought she was remarkable in terms of just her look from the side. Love her skull shape, love her bone and feet. I love that gilt in terms of her length to height ratio. She comes back out here, you get a little more critical in terms of just how she wants to tie in her ham loin there. At times, just where she wants to set her shoulder blade, you can be a little more critical of her. But man, I think she's on her way up in terms of maybe not being exactly 12 o'clock, but I darn sure like that one as well. That's how we see the three of them that we have out here. I think when it just comes down to the nuts and bolts, which one to me as a show dad, this is what I always go back, which one would I be the most upset if I drug into the ring and my kiddo's showing them and gets beat? That's a young lady right there. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations. Champion Berkshire comes out of class 16, exhibited by Maddie Pedroza from Medina County 4-H.
All righty, champion Berkshire gilt. It's going to be the Pedroza family, raised by JDF. Like we mentioned earlier, that one also would have been the reserve Berkshire gilt behind the reserve Supreme at San Antonio. We bring out the second out of the second class. That'll be the Wintex gilt. Coulter's sub is showing that one. I think just based off how they talked them, that big one now comes into play pretty heavy here. The way they talked to him just a second ago, it seemed like she was kind of pushing for the big one at first.
And here we go. We're going to find out.
As I stated there, I thought it was real close for a champion, and one hit me early just in terms of pattern, style, and look. That young lady on the far side, she'll be reserved. Congratulations.
Reserve champion comes out of class 15, exhibited by Stella Hewitt from Hereford FFA of the gilt bred by Sweet Tooth Farms.
And here we go. We're going to start doing the sale order here, picking our third overall Berkshire gilt at the moment. The lightweight pig, I believe you said, was raised by Sweet Tooth, Matt. That'd be the reserve Berkshire.
All righty, third overall, Berkshire would have been Coulter winner. Wintex pig there. We've got an HF gilt there with Riley Clinard on the far side.
I know one thing, Matt. The cool thing about this show here is obviously we're picking sale order, and whether you have 50 sows or 100 or you want to get started, this is a dang good place to start.
100%. We bought the first couple of years of the Texas Elite. We bought gilts out of here every single year. Our Berkshire sow herd started with a Berkshire that was fourth place. We bought for $1,200, and that one's actually the great grandmother of the champion Berkshire at Houston. Our spot program started here. We've had the champion spot here that came out of one that was purchased here. And I'm not just tooting my own horn, but the perfect example is, Berger's done it, Byers has done it, Wintex has done it.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't go wrong. I mean,
they've all bought them and then put them back into production, and they've worked.
All these pigs are for sale, and you have some very large guys in the industry's opinions going on these things.
Right.
And obviously they're going to be looking in when you breed them and get their babies on the ground, stuff like that. So.
100%. And then on the flip side is there's been some of these taken and purchased out and taken, not purebreds, but crossbreds, taken down the expo, taken it down and shown further on down the road.
Toby Walker, Brownman FFA, is the next selection after Yellow Perez from Sinton FFA.
These Berkshire are pretty deep.
Ludicky Boy will be next. I'm not sure how many they're choosing out of here. Maybe they'll put Carter Bowen down at the end, and I'm going to try and buy that one. Maybe if you go as cheap.
Question here, and you may not know, Matt, but for our viewers too, do the judges pick how deep the sale goes, or is that up to the board?
It's going to be up to the board, and it's all based on numbers. It doesn't. So just because they're selected for the sale order, that does not mean you're guaranteed to make the sale.
Right.
They just rank in the top however many, and I'm pretty sure there's a percentage basis based on how many entries per that breed. And then whenever it's all said and done, we're going to look at exactly how many we've got, trying to find the differences in quality, and see how many they really want to end up having in the sale.
Right. Getting the Duroc show popped off. Looks like we're going to start with the 574 in the green. Jade Tillery. That is a limited edition work of art raised by historic livestock. Young lady here. I know the kid. I just don't know if she's shown for Coulter or not. And it looks like she is. 154, young lady in the green. That's Coulter Winter's Pig. That's a creation. Not real sure on the backside there. Raised by Wintex Farms. This is Hannah Garcia coming out. That's a statement day right decision raised by Harkey.
Second call, class 19 Duroc. Second call, class 19 Duroc. Holding it.
858 was the second to last one coming out. That's Kinley Wilson. It's a Big Ricky main drag raised by JDF. And the young man coming out last to be 931, it looks like. Witten Kieschnick. Jumpman main character, 5K livestock. Looks like we got 3 pin back, and he's going from the top up, I believe, bottom down. Yeah, place is 10th place one, and we're going to work from the top down. Slung back a 9th place one. I don't think I caught her back tag. That's 984. That would be Kinsley Freesh. Lunch pail, deal with it. Raised by Tri Genetics. $59, that'd be Hannah Garcia. That's the statement day pig from Harkey. $94 would be Slingback. That's Mary Jo Walters. That's a fast forward cornerstone raised by Rick Whitman. Been a little quiet.
Around the outside.
Been a little quiet, but Murdoch's back, so you're fixing to get all you can hear. I don't remember catching this pin number. This thing looks pretty neat here on the purple.
Trey, you ever thought about raising some Durocs?
Once or twice. I actually tried it and didn't work out.
Didn't work out. This is the first class, which would be class 18. Hannah Garcia here. That's a girl that rolls with a foot crew. She has normally always have some Harkey pigs. I imagine that's what that one's going to be.
That's a statement day raised by Harkey.
Yeah. Perez.
I'm never one to step in on the mic here and act like I'm judging, but this one here in the purple, the girl in the middle.
Are these the? I missed it. Are these the top 4 for sure?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. These all these actually have a
Probably a little more basic, a little more middle of the road, and I'm not calling that a bad thing because I do like that one's length to height ratio as well. Doesn't come with as much just true stoutness, the way she wants to tie in terms of just the crest line of her neck. But man, the young lady's got her beautifully presented. She's got her revved up in terms of just having the right kind of feel in her center body. She too looks like she's only on her way up. Very good one to be there in 3. I thought the 1 and 4, you want to say, hey, she's more like the ones in first and second. From a bone and stoutness perspective, I wouldn't disagree with you. She needs to be a little more mature in terms of her skull shape. Doesn't come with as much true width throughout. When we analyze this gilt, when we get up on top of her, she becomes a little more deflated in terms of just her center rib there. But man, another one just in terms of bulk, density, hair, shag, all those kind of things, you can get real excited about. Young lady that comes here in 5, kind of same story in terms of stoutness and density. I got to just see this one blend and combine a shot better for this particular show judge. Everything's there. It's just got to match and fit in harmony to go ahead and move her up any higher. Young fella that comes out here in 6 has got a quality gilt. I told him, I said, young man, your gilt's good from the
Reserve breed champion or a division or reserve breed champion or a division or division champion or reserve champion from yesterday.
Alrighty. Looks like we've got 8 pin back so far. I guess this class is significantly smaller, just how it worked out.
How many were in the last one?
Sorry, there were 21 in the last class.
That's all about the same.
Man, I guess oh wait. No, that's class 20. No, yeah, it's exactly the same. Huh. Just kidding.
5 classes of around 20, a little over 100 Durocs here.
Yep.
That might be one of the bigger pure breeds of the day.
For sure.
Or of the trip. Is it really? Second biggest breed of the show, Mr. Wysoon just said.
Biggest breed.
Calm down.
Alrighty, they are done sifting. They're stepping into the sea. They've got 9 pin. Obviously, that means they need one more. They made that Dead Sea like 5 feet or 10 feet bigger this year. That made a huge difference.
Yeah, it's don't get me wrong, you don't always get the best first impression, so it's kind of hard when you got a small sea out there.
Exactly. Shoot, I know of 2 kids that got pulled out of the sea yesterday, and I believe we're 6th, and so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've all seen it. I've seen them come out of the sea at San Antonio Bear Show and win a class.
Right.
I mean, it's don't give up. That's for sure.
Alrighty, they've got their final one. Their final one is pinned. Make his way over to the final, the 10th pin there on the end, and then let the judges come back through here. We'll continue to call out the exhibitors as we see them. Give you a little info on the pedigrees, on the breeders behind them.
Bear with us on getting these back tag numbers. 478, Matt?
478 is going to be Addison Stevens. That's a limited edition from Lackey. 604 Tate from Phillips.
This will be Haley Friesenhahn, 397.
397. That's a Piranha from my neighbor here currently, F2 Genetics. 845. Addison Shook. That's a King Boss from JDF. Young man that was let out first there. Once he makes the turn, be able to catch that one. Just kidding, no number.
Oh yeah, lost it.
Oh, he tucked it in his pocket. Look, fell
must
off,
have
tucked
fell.
it in his pocket. Alrighty.
Got one pin back.
There we go. The girl in the
first
red.
one out.
That's right. That would have been 478, limited edition Piranha from Lackey Livestock. The young man with no number, he's a little confused, but he's catching a pin.
Last 20 Duroc, final call. Last 20 Duroc, you should be in the holding area.
That one don't want to move. All right, 1250 is pin. 1252 is Kaylee Cook, Statement Day from Harkey. Alrighty, top three, place 10 there, 54 and 10th. Going to be Gavin Juarez, Statement Day right decision from Harkey. Shoot, there's 1, 2, 3 letter mates from Harkey in here, 38 letter Statement Day right decisions. So one is in 10th. 9th will be 870.
What's this 191 gilt here, Matt?
191.
What's this 191 gilt here, Matt?
191 is going to be Savannah Osborne. That's a Rock Quivers from F2. Glad you followed along. All righty, we've got 8, 9, 10 plays. Top
commands to be able to win this particular class, but I still think we got a very nice class winner, young lady in the red sweater right directly in front. Got a very nice class winner, young lady in the red sweater right directly in front of me. Just sweater right directly in front of me. Just in terms of freshness of appearance, comfort on me. Just in terms of freshness of appearance, comfort level, sound, comfortable level, sound, comfortable. One that you like from that aspect. I'd probably set her shoulder blade back just a shot, but it doesn't hinder that particular gilt from being motivated.